Brilliant. Good evening, heroes and heroines. I presume we're actually live now, because OBS has been recording. It's been streaming for a minute and a bit, so presumably it's up. Fiery Drake's arrived. Hi, Fiery. Maybe I started streaming. So that said that at 5 past. It's now. Okay, yeah, so there's about a minute lag, isn't there? I am streaming. And I can see here on my cam, I look like I'm wearing my dressing gown, which I'm not. This is just a normal jumper. But yeah, so let's just go away from there. Flame is at 24%. What should we put on? From Fandango could be good. Transistor. I mean, I'm thinking of doing probably about an hour. Because I'm expecting to be home alone for the next hour, basically. Cook serve delicious. FTL. Yeah, go on, let's go for this. It's an hour and 32. Well, let's see. What's this? Serious Sun. So I've done my tweet. I've gone live. Just double check. I've got the music going, the mic's going, the webcam's going. So, just go for it, can't we? So, Miblo practice. Yesterday we had this program that just did this. It used a power function. Both of these things use the power function, which is 2 arrays. This first array was doing the indexing method. Let's see if I can get that. I'm pretty sure it's here. So it's it was using this way, yeah. First we're using indexing, and then this one here was using the pointer method. Second we're using pointers, so it's using this syntax here in the printf bit. And as far as I could tell, the only differences really were that we'd set up this other int here and use that here to access the array. Pointers are just arrays. Now we didn't get onto this bit. Essentially that's what it was. And this here was just looking at different types, I believe. This is where I was playing with pointers a bit more. So that's literally just outputting a float. That's outputting the address of one of the variables. That's outputting a float that's been casted to an int, and presumably that's outputting I think I was just doing a bit of pointer magic there. So it was just a normal float. It's normal float, but I was accessing it kind of interestingly, I think. So today, I'm going to start off by looking at this this thing of purposely drifting. I'll just actually get it. What's this? Right, yeah, what I wanted to start with was just literally just typing this in, actually, honestly. See if it works, and if not, just move on. Because I'm not gonna have enough seafood to actually investigate this at all. So, so this is going to be the address of new matrix, presumably. It's a 2x2 array. Because the basically the point of this thing is to we're trying to cast an array, and I'm actually typing up the wrong thing here. Actually, we want to cast a one-dimensional array to be two-dimensional, essentially. So that's, watch out for C4, something that makes you sick. Yeah. Presumably you mean fear, uncertainty and doubt. I'm going to try and sidestep as much of that as possible. So that's filling the matrix with tens, presumably. Could do a decimal, 2, and returning 0. But why is there what's going on here? Why is there so many indentations here? We've got int main, and then we've got this here, void, there's a semicolon at the end. Void matrix v2 equals void star malloc size of uint 8 underscore t times 512 and then int that is equal to that, Mr. that. Right, nice one, mate. Thanks, insofars. MV2 T2 equals 10. Printf is all this. We still have why is it still got this, and in malloc. Wow, thanks Asaf, brilliant. Yes, presumably that one. Wow, this is great. It's just so nice having people kind of watching back. It is new, yeah. It's yeah, it's a new feature. No more silent streams now. Got the mic, and I've got the webcam and the mic here. But the mic's awful. I mean, part of the reason I haven't used it is because it's so poor quality. So I mean, we're just gonna put up with it for now, I suppose. Until I kind of buy a new one. Now, is this what he actually means? He wants to mal out the size of that times that. It's probably that, isn't it? So now if we run this practice segmentation fault on practice, seg faulting at line 9, is it? Is that what I'm understanding? And it's trying to do that. Good morning, FUCon. There's some mic questions. Possibly, but I'm not sure it's really worth it. Because the mic is... I mean... So, I did this recording of me playing guitar with this mic, and Kalimian did some like noise reduction on it, and it does get rid of the noise, but it also gets rid of some of the actual kind of audio, obviously, as it will do. So I don't know. Maybe it's obvious. I mean, I could possibly get something for Jack that'll do it. Because there are, yeah, you can get these things that you just pop in here, I'd imagine. Well, it's probably in here. It's probably somewhere in here. You can pop something in, it just goes through that before getting to the thing, but I don't know that it's worth it, honestly, because the mic's of bad quality. I'm not going to get much. I don't think I'm going to get much kind of value out of it. If that makes sense. Just full camboy soon. Yeah, no, that's this. It's a stereo mic. You can sometimes cancel the noise more effectively by processing onto a mono track. Yeah, it's just no, it's not. It's definitely a mono mic. Yeah, I remember having this issue where it was just recording one of the channels. I think when I first, in fact, I think it was on that guitar thing. It just recorded one channel, but I'd somehow set it up a bit incorrectly. Yeah, I think here, I think I had this set to number of channels too, but the mic was only recording one. Okay. Alright, so we have a seg fault here. I'm guessing that's what it was, the matter is anyway. Oh no, I've lost the fsanitize address, was it? Fsanitize equals address. Is that the thing? Yeah. So this seems very similar to what I was seeing the other day. Stack buffer, yeah, some overflow and some buffer here. Int star mv2. 2 by 2. It was saying it was segfaulting here, wasn't it? On line 9. Okay. Yeah, memory access at offset 48. So it's this matrix V2. Memory access is offset overflows this variable. All I'm doing FUCon is I'm just seeing if this thing works with Clang. This is what purposely drifting was doing a few days ago. Don't think this code works. I don't know. Probably doesn't. I mean, purposely did get it going. He was using it in GCC, and he did get this thing going in MSVC as well. In fact, did he actually run this? I think he ran this code on the stream. I think. And then, but this bit, the GCC one, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't actually compile it. I can't remember. We'd have to check with purposely drifting. Yeah, but anyway, I can't fix this anyway. So, I mean, presumably. In fact, I seem to remember him using a 4x4 array actually on his stream. Okay, we've got a 1x1, 2x2 array. When you do MV22, you're reading. Hang on a second. You're reading a memory address from MV2 plus 2 times the size of int, an int pointer, and trying to access from there the address of MV2, which is the stack address. I've set 02, which means it points like 8 bytes past the void on the stack. When I do MV222, you're reading a memory address from MV2 plus 2 times the size of an int pointer. Okay. I think I understand that. So if I were to just, oh mind you, this is declaring. It is declaring that. Oh no, it's not, is it? This is the declaration here, I think. Let's just bump this up to that. So hang on, this is going to be a malloc. I mean, this is all pretty new to me actually, because I haven't done a malloc before either. So I don't know what good that's going to do. No. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might just abandon this. With my apologies to purposely drifting. So, let's start again. Include. What I'd like to do today is try and pick up where Casey left off. Believe it or not. And implement sort. Which I don't know if that'd be a very wise idea. Because this is probably gonna. I think it's going to require me to learn quite a bit of stuff. But I have been thinking about how I'd go about it, right? And also, I should kind of say that I know that there are like I know there are algorithms for sorting that you can just look up. But I kind of don't want to do that because I'd like to exercise my problem solving skills. So yeah, it's just going to be a very naive implementation, probably. Essentially, what I'm thinking of doing is I want to and I'll need to create an array. Right. So, oh, hang on, why is that not? Have I not done that right? Gosh, how do you actually do the block comments? Oh, you've got to do it like that. Okay. C has Q sort of built. Yeah, but well, I mean, honestly, I could. Okay, I could actually try and use that, couldn't I? Yeah, why not? Why not do that? So, actually, let's just stick with ints for now. Unsorted array. I'm just going to pop in 16 random numbers, please. So, if somebody wouldn't mind just rolling 16 random numbers between, I don't care, between 1 and 100. I'll just pop them straight in there. So basically I'm thinking of creating an array. So that's coming up there, and then I'm thinking of walking. Thank you, Interfaras. That's beautiful. So the thing is here, I need to substitute that and hang on a second. I need to substitute that and that for nothing. I didn't do that quite what I was expecting. And I think, actually, hang on a second, do I need to, I think I need to put commas, don't I? So if I just do that, I substitute that for a comma, I think that's what I want. Oh no. I might have to look this up actually. Equals, oh right, okay, so you just need to put where's my cursor? Okay, the braces, yeah. Control reaches end of non-void function. Expected that for that. Just give me a second. Expected that before that. Expected end of declaration. Not sure if this is at all right here. So in a sort of array, it's got ints. Some sort of array is 16 ints long. Equals curly braces. Curly braces are on a list of. Do need semicolon at the end there, don't we? Oh, okay. Alright. Can I just print F that whole array? Just to be sure. No, you can't, can you? Yeah. No, you kind of have to iterate over, don't you? Oh no, that's not what I want. It's got to use a loop. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's populated, alright. So I've got my unsorted array. What I'm thinking of doing is iterate over the array, looking for the lowest number. So that will need me to I'd need something that's like a candidate. I'd need a candidate for the lowest number. So it'll go through, and as it hits like the lowest number, 40 would be the candidate, and then it'd continue, and then it'd test against the candidate. So basically the first number will be the candidate. It'll go to the next one. It'll go, is this number less than the candidate? It's going to be selection sort. Okay. I don't know if that's a good sort at all. I imagine it's probably not. Have a candidate to test against. So we'll keep going through the loop, through the whole array to the end, basically. Mind you. So okay, so let's just say that we do that for the sake of argument. So by the time, so what I can see here, it will be, the candidate will be 11 for this little bit that I can see here. So then I'll put 11 as I'll put 11 into a new array, kind of test against, and I'm going to then stuff the final candidate into a new array. But the thing is, the next time I then iterate through the thing, I want to make sure that I don't just keep putting that 11 into the new array. I need some way of not doing that. So I could probably really do with, I need some way of marking these things up. I'd imagine. I mean, at this rate, I'm going to end up with a ton of arrays. Well, I mean, the first, so this unsorted array will end up being I'm thinking it'll end up being like a 16 array. I'm not sure how I would actually do that. I could keep swapping two elements. Oh, okay. Interesting. Did you want hints? No, I would like hints. I mean, obviously I don't want like the full answer. But no, I would like, because yes, I mean I didn't know that was a possibility. I didn't know that swapping C things was a possibility. I'm just thinking about how that would work. I'm just thinking, if you are to say, like, I wanted, so this is index 0, right? I'd ideally want the 11 to go into there, into 0, and I want that to go into there. But in my thing, right, in my program, if I say, well, I mean, it must be possible because you're saying it's possible. But if, for example, I get to this candidate here, or it's like I've iterated over the array, and I found this candidate is the one that I want to use, the program, I'm imagining it would say set this to be index 0, and set index 0 to be this index. But what I'm thinking is it'll do that move into 0, but once it's done that move into 0, the thing in 0 will be that thing. So you wouldn't be able to move the thing that was in there previously. It's like an in-play. Is it you can keep swapping 2 elements. I probably will need, like, I'm going to need a variable. That's what I'm going to need. It's just going to be like a temporary variable, isn't it? You know, a temporary int somewhere to help with the swap, right? Yeah. We're on the same page insofar as. So we've got a temp. Doesn't matter, does it? Just anything. Temp and a smallest candidate. Although really this is going to end up, I was going to say it's going to end up being in a function. Well, it wouldn't hurt to do it all here, I don't think. So, here we go. I think this is it, isn't it? I'm going to start writing this thing. So, 4. Is it going to be a 4 I loop even? Yeah, of course. Surely it's going to be a 4 I loop. Int I equals 0. I is less than size of unsorted array divided by size of okay. For this, we are going to do int temp. Oh no, it's going to be smallest candidate is equal to. It's going to be that. It's just going to be that value that's in there. Unsorted array. No, we're not. No. It's got to be an if, hasn't it? If unsorted array there is less than smallest candidate. So if there's no smallest candidate, or if there's no smallest candidate, or unsorted array at this point is less than the smallest candidate, then int smallest candidate equals unsorted array, equals that value. This is going to be a bit different actually, isn't it? I'm thinking actually we'd want, first of all, we'd want to just pull, maybe doing this swap thing, we'd want to pull out that first value into the temp, just straight off the bat, and then iterate over the rest. Testing against the temp, maybe? No. I don't know how entertaining this is, guys. If there's no smallest candidate, or unsorted, or this value here, this is the smallest candidate. If I'm just doing that, if I'm just using that temp thing there, don't know what you're saying. Yeah, you're right, yeah. Yeah. And look, I've just lost lost my stuff. Hang on a second. Just bear with me. I wish I had better Tmux too. I want to see the so I don't like the fact that I'm up on number 10 now, so I need to just look up where move is again. So move windows dot full stop. Alright, good. That's better. I wonder what'll happen if I just run this now. 87. Oh, I hadn't actually built it, have I? Yeah, I know. Actually, we need that, don't we? That'd help. If there's no smallest candidate, or unsorted array, let me just talk through this actually. So if we're going to do the temp thing, if we're going to do the swap thing, then what will happen is we're going to put value I. We're going to put I into swap, which could be any value. And then we're going to test against like all of the elements in the test the elements against swap. Test elements against swap to see if they're smaller. Test each element in turn. See if they're smaller. If they are smaller, but then might be nice actually if we could test against the first element in the array. You know, like if we could test against this first, and then say if it's, and then so we test against that. So we test this against this, and we say that if this is bigger, then we just straight up increment I, and we see if this is bigger than that, and if it is, then we just keep on going until the point that it's not bigger. Then we will want to do some shifting around. No, I mean it's a different thing again, isn't it? Yeah, I mean that's kind of like more of a shortcutty way, I think, of doing it. But I think it will require that sounds like bubble sort. Oh right, okay, so that's what Casey's going to be doing, isn't it? So what was that again? It was just testing. But then my question is though, how do you actually say, like, you get to this point and you find you've got a number that's lower than yeah, when you've got a number that's lower, how would you actually, how do you shift the array around, is my question. I'm not quite sure I can see that. So I might just go back to this selection sorts, which was using the swap thing, wasn't it? I might just go back to this just for now. Test elements get swapped to see if they're smaller. So we've got a swap just sitting up there somewhere. If they are smaller, right, okay, so let's just walk through this again. So we're going to put I into swap, and then we're going to go to we're going to increment I. We're going to say if that is smaller than this, which is 61, then we're going to put this into that. Put that into temp. and then increment I. So this is going to be 52, increment I. If this is lower than that, then we'll put that into that, but it's not, so we'll continue. 26 is lower than that, so we'll put that into that. So we get to the end of the, so say that this is the end of the loop, 20 is the end of the loop, so 20 is now in here. So we've stored this 20 in here. And presumably I know, actually no, let's say that this is the end of the loop. So we tested against 87, we tested the 87 against 20, and found that it's still, that isn't lower, so we just leave that where it is, for that 20. But then the thing is, how do I store, I'm going to have to store the index, aren't I? That's what, I'm going to have to store I as well. Yeah, of course I'm going to just have to do that. Yeah, that's totally doable, I'd imagine. Put I into swap. Put the value. Actually, it's not quite that, is it? It's put unsorted array into swap, and put I into index. You just store the index. We're going to later with array. Yeah. We're going to later with array. Yeah. So we're going to store the value, and we're going to store the index. Test the elements against swap to see if they're smaller, which we've done. So once we've established that this is the smallest one, this 20, once we've established that, we really want to put this into, we want to make that the first element of an array. But you're saying that we can do the swap thing, so presumably you can do that on the same array. I mean, you always get the value again later if you store the index with the array index. Yeah, yes, I think I understand that. What was it about? Yes, yeah, I do understand that. So once we have iterated over the whole array, and we've established that this value with this index is the smallest, then we know how to get that value. This is already there. Do we then just do a little switcheroo there? Do we just say that hang on a minute, we're going to need a few, we're going to need to store a few indices actually, because we're going to want to know where we've actually filled up to, I'd imagine. So at first, it's going to be at 0, like nothing's filled. Let's see if I can just do some of this. Unsorted array to make a swap function first, just to swap the values of two parameters given. Oh, okay. Alright then. So it's going to take two parameters, and all it's going to do, it's going to, I'm going to need the temp as well, aren't we? So basically we're going to take, actually wait a second. Actually, maybe. You just want to pass it two values, don't you? You just want to make a equals. Sorry, just want to make. Yeah, but I mean that's obviously not right. You want to do what's happening here? What's going on? So hang on a minute, can I just pass two things to it? That's what you want, but as you said, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was wondering if you can, because you need a temp thing, right? Temp is A equals B, and then B equals temp, right? But it's like, I don't want to have to pass three values to it. Can I just pass, just if there is this. So let's just say that okay, yes, yeah, so swap. So you're trying to swap 2 and 3. Is basically what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, two few arguments. But if I were to pass, like, a 4 as well, draw it in a non-void function. Oh, hang on a minute. You can create the term. Ah, right. Okay. Interesting. Okay. The parameters are passed by a value. Yeah. Hmm. That's right, because I don't know how to return this though, do I? changing them inside swap won't have any effect on the original values that were passed in. I think I'm going to have to learn about functions here, aren't I? Pointers. Oh my god, okay. Okay, so the first value I'll pass to take a pointer to the value, is that what you do? That's just what you do, you pass a pointer to A and a pointer to B. So you want to say I don't know, this doesn't quite feel right to me. I mean, obviously the return is not, that's just rubbish in a moment. Because I suppose what I'm going to end up passing is, I'm going to be ending up passing a pointer to the value, aren't I? Pointer to the element. Dearie me. Yeah, incompatible integer pointer conversion. Initialize. Hang on a second. Initializing int star with an expression of type int. Remove that. So it's wanting me to remove that. Incompatible integer to pointer conversion passing int to parameter of type int star. Yeah, 'cause the thing is I need to pass a pointer, don't I, basically. So is that just an int star? Value A is equal to 2. and value b is equal to 3. So interesting. Indirection requires pointer operand. Pointer operand. What was this saying again? Initializing int star, an expression of type int. Think about the types of the things on either side of the equals. The type of int pointer to temp and the type of pointer to a need to be the same. I mean, this is where I need to grok these things a bit better. The type of int star temp and the type of int a. Int star temp. Oh, sorry, is it just that? Oh. I mean, this is an int star a, an int star temp. Because I thought, and I can't do this because I know I can't do that because I tried to do this today. I thought that the ampersand is just the address of a. I mean, and it did compile. Like when it did that, it didn't complain about that setting thing. Oh, I got no passing argument to parameter a here. I like the way that it's kind of going down like that. That is addressing values where you're trying to pass things to the function. Oh right, that's what's inside the function, okay. So you want to pass the address of value a. Can you just do that? Initializer must be an initializer wide. Or wide string literal. What? I don't. The array initializer must be an initializer list. What was the other? Initial or wide string literal. Array initializer must be an initializer. Oh, hang on a second. Is it just that? with a swap function void. So it needs to return anything. It will make changes via the pointers. Okay. Okay, I haven't done a void yet, you see, so this is all new. It should not return a value. Alright then. Initializing int with an expression of incompatible type void. You could also make the temp a straight int. So I don't have to. Incompatible pointers to integer conversion. You're still getting arrested currently. Incompatible pointer to. So I need to cast that to an int. Is that what you're saying? Is that what it's telling me? No, that can't be right, can it? Int temp is equal to star a. Okay. And pointer to yeah. Duh. Pointer to b is equal to temp. Don't worry about it, D7, it's cool. So the pointer, so we've got int temp is equal to the pointer to a. Pointer to a is equal to the pointer to b. And then that pointer to b is then equal to temp, which is the pointer to a, previous pointer to a. Just hang on a minute. But when you do like thing A, D7's left. I like the way that he dipped in and saved the day for a bit. But when you do like thing A equals pointer to thing B, the value pointed to by thing B, the value pointed to by thing B will be copied into thing A. Yeah. Yeah, it is what I want. So what am I getting? Initializing int with an expression of incompatible type void. Yeah, I suppose this is where the void thing is actually kind of new to me. So let me just void is a type, isn't it? I have to break it. Credits. Structure C programs are going to there. So we have to search this document, I wonder. indicates no type and used to say a function returns nothing, or a pointer has no type, as in avoids starting. Oh right, this is all the stuff that we talked about the other day. Printf is also... printf is a void pointer. Oh, interesting. So, are you saying that you then do this? Surely not. But then how do you get those? How do you get that value? Oh shit! No way. That's it, isn't it? It's just this. Is that what we're saying? If this works, this is going to be really cool. That's fucking it, isn't it? Try to evaluate value. Jesus, that is it. That's awesome. Cool. So... wow. C is awesome. C is the man now, dog. So that's how you use void. That's awesome. So it takes a pointer, takes a couple of pointers. So let's do that. Shopping. So then down here you're passing the address of value A. Address of value B. Now I've just actually done that. Let me just see what happens if I do this. Direction requires pointer operand. Okay. Alright. So, yes, the swapping takes place in that sort of function now, which is awesome. So if we want to swap two elements, the type of star something isn't the same as ampersand something. Yeah, I didn't think it was. I didn't understand it. The type of star something is the pointer to something. Well, I mean, we can print it out, can't we? Is that how you do it? Just bear with me. What can I actually do this on here? Oh, hang on. Indirect control with point operand. Int is invalid. Well, okay. Fine. What? Is this right now? Right. So yeah, if you do ampersand value B, that's the location of it. isn't it? That's the address of it. Which isn't the same. They'll be used if something is a pointer type. Right. That's a stack address, yeah. This is original Oatly, by the way, D7 Samurai. The original and best. So, right. So we've done the values. So now that I know how to swap the Blandoti one. The thing is, it reminds me of rice pudding. I've said this before. It reminds me of rice pudding and condensed milk, right? Which are two quite sweet things. I mean, it's not like a super like sugary kind of a drink. It's just got that kind of kind of nice sweetness, I'd say. Yeah. Whereas the chocolate Oatly, it could have been like any chocolate drink, I thought. But you definitely need to try the original stuff. Yeah, now a function that can swap two things, sorting might be easier to implement. A nice blandy oaty taste. Yeah, definitely insofar as, yeah. It is, I mean, if Oatly could be the man now dog, it definitely would be. In fact, honestly, that's probably it. Yeah, that is it. So what you're looking for is products. There's a bit of lag here. Yeah, is it more than you other streamers? Because I remember that when we first tried to set it up, I had like about 2 minutes of lag, didn't I? I'm hoping it's a bit less than that now. I've got no drop frames. Look at me. We go for an hour and 20. Just check the levels. Yeah, it can still be heard, I imagine. Yeah, this is what you want insofar as the original Oatly. Crammed with beta glue. Beta glue. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Sorting. So, if I test elements to get swapped to see if they're similar. So we want to do average equals out. This region, Norwegian. Ah, right. Ah, cool. Ah. And drick presumably means drink, I'd imagine. Let's drink. Because it is made in, yeah, it's Swedish. Drink equals drink. Cool. D7, you need to start streaming yourself actually. You need to get some Norwegian accents on the go. let's look back at this sorting thing. So to do the swap, put unsorted array that into swap. Put I into index. Test elements. So let's just get int here for int index. Keep saying temp. I think swap could do it. Or rather, I kept saying swap, so I might as well just make that. My coding is mostly me staring at the street, thinking about architecture and design, and drawing on my in real life sketch pack with a real pencil. That sounds pretty awesome. I mean, my coding is mostly. Am I doing a demo of the platform? Awesome. I mean, my coding is mostly just. It's mostly just listening to you guys, just teaching me how to do it. So we've got the swap space, we've got the index. So we're gonna do this. So for hang on a second. I am gonna need a separate iterator from the index. So for int I equals 0, I is less than that, so that's literally just going to go, it's just going to go through the array. We've got the smallest candidate thing as well, haven't we? If there's no smallest candidate, I can see this going a bit wrong already, actually, honestly. So good. I wonder why they're not indented. Oh, unsorted array. Oh. Okay, so if there's no, if that doesn't exist, or unsorted array I is less than the smallest candidate. So in the first time through, smallest candidate isn't going to exist. So we're going to, first thing we'll do is going to say smallest candidate is equal to that first value. So that is going to go into here. So then we're going to continue. Aren't we? So that's going to be the end of the if, basically. I presume you do it like that. So then it'll loop back up, and increment that, and it's going to say if smallest candidate doesn't exist, which it now does, or unsorted array, or this value is less than the smallest candidate, then smallest candidate is going to be equal to that. Yeah, I was just wondering that actually as well. So maybe we just have to bite the bullet. And do it up there maybe. Yeah, but we don't want to necessarily set the smallest candidate. There, do we? Unless we just declare it and then just say smallest candidate is equal to unsorted array. Right. So we declare it out there. And then we just set it. So once it's done that if, it's just going to pop out, isn't it? Actually, what's this I do? Is it set up somewhere? No, all I'm doing is just writing a sort function, d7. That's all I'm doing. So I'm literally just practicing. So I only started actually doing stuff a few days ago. So all of my practices are actually they're in the archives. So the previous days, I've just written. I just wrote a power function actually. That was what I was doing because it was kind of a simple function to do. And then I made an array and populated that array with the output of that power function. And then I was kind of messing about with overwriting the end of the array. Did that for a couple of days. So yeah, this is all just like me learning how to program basically. And the exercise is it's literally just to sort. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to sort these guys. It's actually all this lot. Just trying to sort this array here. So I want to end up with an array that's sorted, essentially. And it's not from anywhere. It's just yeah. It's just me winging it. I know this. I know what a sort is supposed to do. It's just me figuring out a way to do it. Smells candidate. See, maybe you can first figure out your strategy. What's the argument you decide on? Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't looked at an algorithm. I don't know if you're worried about it. Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. I haven't looked. I haven't gone and found an algorithm. Because I want to actually solve the problem myself, if that makes sense. I want to kind of exercise my problem solving skills. So I was looking, I was like putting my kind of notes. Yeah, I'm doing it from first principles, exactly, yeah. So basically the idea is that I'm going to iterate through this array, right? Looking for the smallest number, and then once I've found that smallest number, I'm going to pop that smallest number at the start of the array. Can't do anything without a plan. Yeah, I think you kind of missed the start of the stream, so I was actually talking it through at the start. So the idea that I have is that I'll start at the start of the array, start at the very beginning, and I will pop that. I'll have that as my smallest candidate, right? That's going to be my smallest candidate, and then I'm going to go to the next one, next number. I'm going to see if that. I'm going to check that against the smallest candidate, and if it is, then I'm going to pop that into there. I'm going to then move on, see if that's this. I'm going to check that against the smallest candidate, which will be that. See if it's smaller, which it won't be. So I won't bother. I'm going to move on. So basically I'm going to go through the array like that until I've got the smallest candidate, which I know. But yeah, that is, I mean, I'm just remembering a bit where I wasn't sure of what I was going to do, which is essentially, I need to work out how I'm going to not... Oh, actually, hang on a second. No, because if I'm doing the swap thing, by the time I've got to the end of the array, it should be sorted. I was going to say, I want to make sure that I don't kind of, say like 11 is the smallest number. I want to make sure that the next time I go through the array, I'm not just going to keep putting 11s, like at the start of the, at the start of the array. But that wouldn't happen. So essentially, we're going to go through the array, put the smallest number there, and we're going to put that number probably over there. But then it's a case of how do I then start iterating at number 2? I'm going to need a couple of for loops, aren't I? Obviously. So we've got the one loop and it iterates over them all. And then we go down. And then we also set this to be 1. Iterate over. And then we go down again. So when I'm saying go down here, this is going to be setting the... So first of all it sets the lowest number. Sets the lowest number. 2 nested for loops, yeah. So I'll set the index point 0 for this, and go through from 0 here until I've found the lowest number, which is going to stick in 0. Then I'm going to go down to 1. I'm going to be looking for the next lowest number. Not necessarily for loop. You've got for loops and while loops, right? Probably do the 2 for loops, so you could use any form of repetition. Yeah, I might just stick with the for loops for now, actually, honestly. And you know what? I'm probably not that far off. Am I? So for this, and for I equals So basically it's just doing a bubble sort. Yeah, the bubble sort was slightly different, I think, because I started to describe a different way of doing it, and then Insofar and Fiery Drake said so that this other thing sounded like a bubble sort. I can't quite remember what that was now. Listen to them already today. The swapper. That's the perfect one. So what I'm imagining will happen here, right? He's going to iterate over that entire for loop. Before jumping out, incrementing this to be 1, and then it's going to go through that again. Hang on a second. So we want to set this I to be, actually, I wonder, can I just do that? Can I just do that? Because I want that I to be the same value as that. That'll be pretty interesting if I can. Interesting. It's the same space, isn't it? So it's not like they're using 2 arrays. I'm not sure how much I can understand from that, actually. Relational comparison on these. Just extrapolated from this swap. Alright. Cogswell's Cogs. It's tough to make a game like Battlefield 4. Machiavelli, but only plays the first place when you fade to desktop. Machiavelli. What am I missing? I expected this in 4 statement specify. So presumably I can't, can I? For loop was empty body. Oh god, now what's happening? What are they... Now what are they crying about? A stranger's close embrace, oh yeah. Really? This is going to be interesting. I mean, why not? Oh, mind you, I'm not actually printing anything anyway, so. I mean, I think I might as well while I'm here. Why is lesson B? Why is that not? What have I missed? 774. Where was it? Less than unsorted array. Plus I. So. Oh, right. Then. Oh. Is having the lowest value itself enough after an iteration? Or do you also need to know where in the array it was? Oh yeah. I'm storing the index. Well, I will be anyway. The lowest value. No, I will be storing the index of it. So yeah. Printf. So. Oh man. T-Mox. That's about right, I think. One 52, 66. So yeah, obviously this isn't actually doing anything yet. just want to do the swap. Yeah. So the what to use for the inner for loop iterator. So, in this loop, we are wanting to put the smallest number in the array into that. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, actually, what you want to say? Or actually, that will work. Probably best practice. Okay, maybe you could tell me what you mean. Do you just name a name for the index variables in both loops? Oh, right, okay. I'm with you. Okay. So, alright then, let's just change this then. So, this is going to be the I don't know, smallest index. What's up in here? Then and then this is just going to be the yeah, it's because I want to actually. It's because I want to use. I do want to use it. Shutting the outer area. Because it's inside the outer for loop but not the inner one. Yeah. So for this, so for the smallest index, so when we go into the loop, I'm just going to straight up do that. Straight up say that the smallest candidate is going to be equal to that first value. Okay. And then we're going to step into here. For an inter-array index equals that plus 1, let's say. If unsorted, if that value is less than the smallest candidate, then we say that the smallest candidate is equal to that. And then we go on to the next one. That's going to be here, isn't it? It's going to be here. Probably. Let me just think this through. So, smallest candidate is equal to that. If the smallest candidate, if one of these values here is lower than the smallest candidate, the smallest candidate is going to be equal to that. Get to the end. And then what we need to do is we need to swap. Oh shit. We need to also say index is equal to I've got all these indices flying around. We could say temp index, couldn't we? Or swap index, maybe. Swap index is equal to array index. And then we basically want to say, once we've got to here, we want to swap. We want to swap the values that are in unsorted array. It's just smallest index, isn't it? And array index. Might just do something pointers that I'm not sure you've accepted for. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure I have really. I don't know. Hang on a second. It's not. You're not saying this, are you? Super close to correct now. Wow. Okay, I think maybe Maybe you might actually tell me what to do. Kind of. Use of undeclared identifier unsorted. Bloody hell. Too few elements to control. Expected to. What was I passing to swap before? Oh yeah, it's passing just that, wasn't it? Already pass value over using plus whenever pointer. Okay. Oh shit. Array index. Okay, right. So basically that's what I'm doing here, isn't it? Whoa, shit. So, it's built. Shit. I'm just opening up files just on my phone. Okay, so it is in this business that I'm screwing up somewhere. So if the source unit equals 0, swap index might be the problem. Oh yeah, I'm not really using that, am I? Hang on a second. Is that on top? Is that what I need to be doing? Oh wow. Well, look at that, that's not far off. 11, 19, 26, 36, 40, 46, 49, 52. So it gets up to there. That's all in the right order. I'm not sure I am the man, am I? I don't know. Have I got any more printers? Not sure I am actually. No. Gets up to there. And we've got just random. What is actually the ending with? Oh, 61 is the first number. 97 is there. 87 and 91 and 71. 87, 71. Okay. How do I just make that a bit bigger? Resize pane. Let's increase this. Alright. So, for the smallest unit is equal to that. I mean, honestly, we could probably do with stepping through, couldn't we? Where should we break? I don't know if that's a good place to break, but if unsorted array is less than smallest candidate for the entire loop, okay, so it's for this loop here. So that we're getting towards the end of the loop. If this is false for the entirety of the loop, if it's not loop, oh shit, yeah, then if it's false, then it just goes straight back to the for, isn't it? Oh, if this, we need to do the swap, don't we? Else. Yeah. Worth a try. So if it's false for the entire loop. No. Blimey. So if So if unsorted array, if the array index it's going to be more like that, isn't it? Jesus. If, but I think swap index needs to be initialized to something so that you can tell if you need to keep swapping or not. Oh right, okay. So if we say swap index, so maybe at the start if we just say swap index, swap index could be equal to the what do you mean at the very start? Swap index is equal to, because what is swap index again? Swap index is next to initialize smallest candidate. Right. If it's still -1 after you can just break out before swapping, with the whole thing should be sorted. Oh, okay. So unfortunately my parents have just returned home, so I might have to just like shut up now, unfortunately. Hmm. saying right here. So, gosh, that's even worse. Wow, so close though. Oh, okay. Gosh. Hmm. Yeah, just sure. Just position. Hi, Dad. You are?
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad, yeah. Just practicing programming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on stream as well, actually.
I'm not.
On stream as well. It means, you know what Casey does in terms of he streams his stuff on Twitch?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Did you upload it anymore? Then I was not done.
No, I haven't. Yeah. Yeah, it's been nice and warm. Yeah.
He's often to, yeah.
What's it?
Well, I'll check this out.
Right, night, Dad.